Hello guys. Okay, so first of all, this is my second video in my series. The first video I just left up there, and after watching it back, of course there was a load of errors, but if I don't leave all the errors on there and all of the different words that I used that I was all a mix up, then you can see that I'm not a candid, honest guy, and that's what I am. I'm out there to help people the best I can. Anyway, without rambling, when I click on a video, I don't want to hear people speaking about all this sort of stuff I'm speaking about. I want to hear people get straight into the content so that I can learn and listen to what it is they've got to say. So with that, I'm going to try and keep this video into just a few minutes so that you can just learn and then go and click onto something else. So without being too arrogant about that, Fibonacci sequences and how they come into things. You probably already know that the Fibonacci sequence is number one, and then after number one, two double ones equals two. Two add one is three. Three add is it the three add the one? Three add two is five, and then five add the three is eight, and then eight add the five is 13, and 13 add the 5 is 18, etc., and that number goes on. And then somehow, and I can't remember how, I did look into it, you can turn it into percentages. I'm not a mathematician. I don't claim to be a mathematician. All I know is that that's what it does, and it works. It works. But the way that it works is important, and please don't just click off to this and go on to the next video, because it's important that you know this bit here. That the Fibonacci sequence does not work off of technical brain numbers like $40,000. If you're at $50,000 and you think, well, it's going down, and if it touches 40,000, I'm going to sell. Won't work like that for you. Or if you're at 30,000, you think, well, as soon as it gets to 40,000, I'm going to buy. And if you're at 30,000, when it gets to 40,000, I'm going to sell because I want to make that profit. It doesn't work off of technicals and off of the nod. It doesn't work off the nod. It works off of your emotions, off of your heart. So what I'll do is I'll just show you something here. So at the minute I've just got the pairing of Bitcoin and US dollar, and I'm just going to bring up the fibs here. I'm going to go from the bottom of this big long line here of like inaction. So there would be a perfect place to start your fibs, and then you would click once, drag up to the top. Even on the free version of TradingView, you get the Fibonacci tool. So I've clicked onto the top now. Now I can move my mouse around and that'll stay. Quite often you can end up clicking on it and moving it off and moving it around, and it really messes you up because then you got to either redraw your fibs or you end up going to a wrong fib line because you've just moved it out of the way. So what you can do is you can just right click and then lock, which is what I like to do when I'm working on something I definitely don't want it to move. So that's now locked now, so I can move on to that and try and move it, and it won't reshape or move. So good idea, once you've got a good fib that really works, lock it. Now you'll notice there that I went from the bottom to the top, and there's a reason why I went from the bottom to the top and not the top to the bottom. I'll get onto that in a second, but for now you can see that the fibs worked. It went up here, it stopped on that day when it didn't quite know what to do, then it broke through, came down and touched the 61.8, and then it went all the way up and it's come down and found support at a 38.2. It went up to there, came down, bounced off of this 23.6 a few times, found support thankfully at the 61.8, and now it's kind of you've got this symmetrical triangle drawn here. If I draw a trend line, if I was to draw a trend line, which I'm not going to do, a line there and a line there, we've got this symmetrical triangle indicating that the price movement is about to go one way or the other. So right, Fibonacci's. Yeah, why do they work like that? Well, if I just get the play button, the replay button, let's say I'm going to start from here. So you've vested your money into here, okay, and then we're gonna play. So this is you thinking, yeah, I've entered here, I made loads of money. Oh no, oh great, it's going up, yeah, it's on a rally. Elon Musk, oh fantastic, it's going to the moon. Oh no, ah! See, so what you did is it came down here. You've cringed, you've sold for no reason, because if you look at the price action here, down here is wherever my mouse is hovering, here is the price. When it got to here, there's no reason why 43,151 was any special number. That's no psychological number. But it is a psychological amount that you turn around and think, oh no, my money's going to lose, you know? So you take your money out, and then it comes down here and breaks this line, and you think, oh no, I'm definitely taking my money out. And I would imagine that there was a lot of people that got not liquidated is the wrong word, if the spot trading and they've just bought into the asset. But a lot of people would have come out here thinking that is a major no, I'm out of this game, But if they had gone out of the game, then if you would get the drawing tool and then turn around and draw from there to where we are now, that means that they would have potentially lost 23% of their that's 23% move loss there to what they could have from the point where they sold to where they are now. Yeah, so that's really important that you understand that it is psychological. It works on our emotions. We find that same Fibonacci number all through nature. It's the Mona Lisa's supposed to have it the way that it is. It's sunflower seeds, snail shells, all the way through to the universe. Everything in the cosmos has somewhere got the Fibonacci sequence to it. Those numbers, whether you put them into a box and you make a spiral, whether you stick them onto a chart in percentages, it is just emotions, and we are built on emotion. So that's it. It plays with our emotions, and the whales, the big fish, they know this. They know exactly when the figure goes down to a certain amount. That's when people are going to cash out. That's when these exchanges can turn around and start buying back in just as the wick drops below the point where everybody takes their money out. They then put their money back in, drive the price up, and then you end up buying back in, and you've just lost 23% of your money. It's emotion driven. I can't stress that enough. So don't think that it's on any. In fact, if I go on every single one of these, this is just a random chance. I bet none of them are anything special. There you go. So 52,317. That's not 50 grand or 30 grand or what's this one here? This is 44,151. That's nothing. 50% actually isn't a Fibonacci number, but 37,489 isn't a psychological number. 30,826 isn't a psychological number, and 21,000, etc. They're not psychological numbers. There's nothing special about any of these numbers. 9,333.6. Right, so that's done. The other thing, which is, I promise this will be really quick, and the other thing to mention, right, is I went from the bottom to the top. How do you know when to go from the bottom to the top and the top to the bottom? So I'll just get rid of that. Notice I'm clicking on it and I'm pressing delete and nothing's happening. Why? Because I locked it, but obviously delete still works. Okay, so that's just made me look like a plank. Okay, so going from the top to the bottom, when to, right, with regards to the fibs, when you're drawing them out, you go with the trend. So at the moment, I believe that we are still in a trend, and it's not until we break this this definite mark here of this kind of line area here. It's not until we break this and go down, so we're going to sort of like the 20,000 mark, that I would say that we're in a very precarious place where the turnaround is less likely to continue, and we're likely to enter a bear market for a little while. I'm not saying we're going down to $3,000 or $4,000 again. I'm just saying that it's likely that we're going to end up getting like 4 months or something like that of side action around about the $20,000-$30,000 mark. Which is still possible to make money on, but it's just a little bit rubbish when you kind of listen to your mates turn around and say Bitcoin's going to 150 grand by December, which still very much is on the cards, but it'll be a bit rough if that's, you got your heart set on that and that doesn't happen. The exchanges know that everyone's thinking this as well, so and everybody else that are able to manipulate the market. Right, so let's say we're just micro trending, day trading, scalp trading. All these words just basically mean you want to make a bit of money or a lot of money in a very short period of time, i.e. on the same day, or maybe over 3 or 4 days. You want to make a big play in just a short period of time. Then in that case, we're not on an uptrend at the minute, because since April the 15th, and we're now on we're on the 2nd of June. So for at least April, May, June, so at least for nearly a couple of months, we've just been going down. So in that case, if I move over to this 4-hour chart here, and then just kind of zoom out for a minute and find out where that April place is. So around about here. So since this place here, if I get my kind of box here and go from there to where we are now. So in this kind of period here, let's move that out of the way. So we've got we're in 4 hours. Let's just move over to the day for a minute, and I'll find out. Yeah, so for 49 days we've been in this downtrend, and can I do this? Will it let me do it? Yeah, it probably will actually. Move that to there, and move that one just over here. Right, so yeah, so you basically that there where I'm showing you, that is a downtrend at the moment. We're in a macro downtrend during an upwards trend market. So we're still going up, which is why I would normally draw, because for me, I'm normally in it for more of a long trade. I'll enter a big position or a sizable position of my money in a point where I know is a good entry, and then I'll take out when I know that it's about to turn over, when the bearish divergence, if you look at my first video, turns around and tells me that the price action is about to change, and then I'll take my money out into tether, then put my money back out. But for this, because we're macro trending or just taking it, this currently is like a downtrend. So if I was going to do my fibs now, I would be drawing my Fibonacci from the top to the bottom. I'd be drawing it from there to there. If I get rid of him for a sec, and I've done that, which now seems pointless that I did it. I just wanted to show you the price action during that period, but it's not important. Okay, so there you go. So now I'm drawing my downtrends, and you'll see as we zoom in, and move up and move it around, that they actually now fit in quite nicely. We've got a definite support there at the 61.8. Really strange one, and if anybody knows the answer, I haven't even looked it up, but it'd be nice if someone could message me and just turn around and tell me why. But the like here, for example, it's turning around. This is the 38.2. I don't know why the decimal place, why traders turn around and call it the 38.2, and this is called the 23.6. This is called the 61.8, but why do they put the decimal place 2 positions over? Because the way that it's written is 0.681. So we call it the 61.8 instead of the 0.618. So why don't TradingView call it what everybody else calls it, or why do we call it the opposite of what TradingView calls it? Because I don't know the answer to that one yet. Might be something I'll look into and give you an answer next time if nobody comments as to why. Just don't have time to have a look at that in a minute. But for now, there you go. It worked. It came up. We found support there at the 61.8. We've come down. We've broken it. We've come back up. We found support at the 38.2. We've come down. We went straight down there. No, so many people would have got liquidated at that point there. We've come back up, and that massive move there took place there, and that's been a point of support. And this is what I was talking about that symmetrical triangle, that we got one going to there, and we got another one going from there to there, roughly speaking. So yeah, normally we squeeze. So this is what's going to happen now. Most likely, bear in mind we're on the 4-hour chart. Over the next 4 hours, we're probably going to get, if you wanted to put a short position in there, I'm no financial advisor, I'm not putting a short there because it's too dangerous at the minute for me, but it's likely that a short could take place, and you could make yourself, let me just do a quick ruler. So from there to there, you could go on to Bybit and probably put a short position in there, and you make yourself a 3% move at the least. And that would just keep happening until you get a squeeze, and then you'd either get a breakout to the upside or breakout to the downside. 33% one way, and then is it 66% the other way, or 60, whatever. I'm no good at maths, like I said. So yeah, that's it. That's how the fibs work. I'm under pressure now because I've really got to go. I've got my mates turning around and saying, hurry up, Tony, we need to go. So I'm going on holiday now, and I wish you guys a great week until I post my next video. Again, please, if there's anything you want to know, or you know, another video that I could make, please let me know, and I'll do my best to show you more around. But for the next video after this, it will be something to do with TradingView and how to use it. So I bid you a great week, and please do give me a thumbs up, like, comment, all that sort of stuff. All helps the algorithm. And at the minute, I think I've got 15 subscribers or something, and probably about 14 of them are my mates. So please do subscribe, and I will try my best not to rabbit on and just chat and chat and chat and chat and chat all the way through. Quick shout out to somebody else called Rocky Outcrop, who was my mentor and tutor and has stopped me from losing a lot of money over the years, and also helped me make a lot of money in trading by doing exactly what I'm doing with you guys now, but more of a one-to-one. He's become a great friend, but I don't know another YouTuber that is as honest, genuine, and actually knows the market, worked in the banks, made the banks a load of money, and thought, you know what, I'm going to do this on my own. So he's gone and done it on his own, and he's a professional trader. He's not just someone who brings up fake accounts on the computer and turns around. He keeps his trades very private. He's very professional, and he does lots of live streams, and he can answer any questions about any specific coins, as I can. If you want to ping me over what it is that you want me to look at. But I can only do it based on the fact that I've spent a year or so with Rocky and his team, and the way that they've helped me. So yeah, that's it. That's the shout out. So thanks if you've listened to the end. I really appreciate that. And yeah, please, send me over to everybody else that you know that you want. That if you need any lessons or mentoring as well, then I can show you everything that I can. Blah blah blah. I'm off. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna press the stop recording. All right. Have a great weekend. Hopefully, I'll do you another video next week if you can give me some feedback about what it is that you want to learn. All right, guys. Speak soon. Bye bye.